We finished this career mode as European champions. We won the Champions League. We already won the Spanish League. We've done everything we can, and it felt like it was the right time to stop. So I wanted to do one last video about this squad, this incredible youth academy squad that I've built, plus 3 kind of naughty signings, I will admit. But it's time to round up all the information. Let's take a look at how this squad really grew into the best team in the game, quite comfortably. You know, I will work out some of the things that are interesting, such as how much money this entire squad is valued at, what the average rating is. We're going to look at other leagues as well. We'll see what other competitions were won by which team. And also, a very special feature, I'm going to be building Ultimate Team cards for the first 11. So you're going to really get to see how good these players are. If they were in Ultimate Team, what cards they would get. And by the way, some of them are just disgusting. I've got to say, go check. If he was in Ultimate Team, I think you're looking at 1 million coins. Minimum. Maybe a little bit less. We'll see what you guys think. First of all, I just did the math on how much this squad is actually worth in euros. So the value of the player. Now, take into consideration that the value is less than what they would actually be worth if someone was to pay for them. So, for example, Castel, at 22 years old, 92 rated, he's worth 87 million euros. But if you really wanted to buy him, you're probably going to be paying at least 50% more. So whatever the value is, you kind of half it and add it on top. But this calculation I'm about to tell you is without that. This is just the base value. It's ridiculous. So 87, 49, 51, 18.5, 98, 52.5, 11.5, 12, 39.5, 44.5, 16.5, 14, 34.5, 52, 35, 16.5. It's a lot of money already, and we're not really even halfway. 64.5, 101.5, 49.5, 54.5, 89, 40.5, 19, 42, 121, 54, 17, 84.5, 124.5 and 22 million euros. So, if you add up all of these numbers, you get 1.5 billion euros, and that's rounded. If I show you the actual number, excuse my handwriting, it's a lot! 1.515 billion. It's a mind-boggling figure, and I don't think there is a team in world football that would be worth that. I'm thinking Barcelona, you know, you obviously got Messi, you've got a lot of other great players. If you look at their entire squad, if you add up all of their values, are you looking at 1.5 billion euros? I don't actually think you'd get that unless you paid all of their release clauses. You know, for example, Busquets, I believe his release clause is like 400 million euros, which is completely out of the question and would never be paid. I don't think there's a squad in real life that could come close to this value, and that's without the 50% added on. If you wanted to actually buy all of these players, you're looking at well over 2.3 billion, something like that. So good luck to any team who would want to buy these players. I don't actually think the average rating is that important, but to put it into perspective, our lowest rating in the first team is 85. That's 2 wing backs. You then got 92, 89, 92. I've just noticed actually some of these players have upgraded since I made the Ultimate Team cards. I should have probably waited until the very end of the season. So I built their cards after the final, so that was on the 26th. So actually they're a little bit better than what I'm about to show you. So let's go through each of the first 11 and their Ultimate Team cards. Starting off with Castel, 92 rated, and actually I should probably pull up the stats myself so I could read you through them. 89 diving, 93 handling, 99 kicking, 96 reflexes, 45 speed and 82 positioning. Not so bad for a 92 rated goalkeeper, although I would have expected his positioning and his diving to be slightly better. So I actually don't think this card is too extreme. You know, what you're going to see in the next few players is extreme, unrealistic, and I don't think you'd ever see an actual base rating card like it on Ultimate Team, unless they get a bunch of informs, which is when they get ridiculous stats. But I think for this first one, it's pretty average. So now we're going to take a look at Rivera. Now, where is Rivera? It's in alphabetical order. So we've got 85 pace, it's pretty decent. 50 shooting and 71 passing, not great. Only 69 dribbling as well, but he does have the 90 defending and 74 physical. For an 84 rated player, technically now he's 85, so remember I've made these cards about a week or so ago in game, so some of them have grown a little bit more. So it's not 100% accurate anymore, which I'm a little bit upset by, but for an 84 rated player, not too bad. Let's take a look at Batur now. 89 pace, so a little bit more pacey than Rivera. 47 shooting, 69 passing. It's not great. 71 dribbling, 89 defending, and 71 physical. It's still very decent. 84 rated here, but 85 in the game. Very slight differences there. But I really enjoyed using Batur. He felt a lot higher rated than he actually was. Let's move on to the first most ridiculous card here, and that is going to be Reina. So when I made his card, he was 90. So I think actually all of these are out of date. Well, some of them are just one higher. There's only a couple that have stayed the same. Gocek is 90 now, I've just noticed. But Reina's card, when he was 90 rated, so just a week ago in game, 90 pace, 61 shooting and 74 passing on a defender. Okay? 80 dribbling, 88 defending and 94 physical. Disgusting. One of the best cards you will see from this episode. And I tell you what, if he was in Ultimate Team, he would be one of the most popular choices for sure. The only downside of Reina is he is only 6 foot. But then again, if you think about it, Ramos, only 6 foot as well. So you can get away with it. But obviously a lot of people, like myself, would rather have, at least next to him, a 6'3" plus defender. That's where Cisse comes in. Now, this guy, being 6'6" and arguably stronger than Reina, not statistically because he actually didn't have as much strength as Reina, stats-wise, but he feels and is stronger on the ball in-game. Let's have a look at his card here. So 80 pace for a 6'6" centre-back, 55 shooting, 62 passing, 66 dribbling, and then 89 defending, 85 physical. Pretty incredible. And of course, physical takes into consideration other things other than just strength. That's why Reina has, how much did Reina have? 94, so almost 10 more. It's of course a little bit, yeah, it's not perfect to judge a player by strength just because of physical, right? It's jumping, it's other things as well. Now, moving on into midfield, let's take a look at Guerin. 75 pace, 85 shooting, 83 passing, 95 dribbling, 72 defence and 72 physical. He was the perfect complement to my favourite player in the team, Gocek. As I made his card, he was 89 rated. He has since gone up to 90. 84 pace, 87 shooting, 82 passing, 92 dribbling, 86 defence and 92 physical. Now, let's just take a second to look at this card. It's disgusting. It might just be one of the best cards I've ever seen as a base rating. Of course, if he was to get informs or a team of the season or whatever, those stats eventually could all be 90 plus. That's how good Gocek really is. He is, I think, the best player I've ever used in a career mode. Maybe Mbappe in the Arsenal save. He was unbelievable. But Gocek, as a midfielder, he can do everything. Reminds me of Vidal in his prime, back when he was at Juventus, maybe. Who else does it remind me of? Is it Guerin with an A? The Colombian guy. Guarin, maybe. Very similar to that. But Lin's next. Lin's a bit of a funny player. I liked him, but I didn't like him that much. He didn't feel that great. I don't know what it was. When he was 88 rated, so again, this is out of date by a little bit. 96 pace, 85 shooting, 88 passing, 91 dribbling, 54 defence and 65 physical. The pace, the dribbling, the passing, the shooting, exactly what you need in a cam. And I really, really enjoyed using him when he was playing well. Obviously, I had Avci coming in when he wasn't injured. And more so, lately, we had Diaz, the free agent that we managed to sign up. Now, over to Roche, one of the first players that we scouted, along with Castel and Reyna. Those three were the OGs of this squad. So where is Roche? He had 96 pace, 85 shooting, 85 passing, and 96 dribbling with 51 defence, 61 physical. But Roche, being left-footed and out on that right wing, it was a joy. Iron Robin, he really reminded me of Iron Robin. The pace and then the cutting in on that left foot. And for me, if Reyna wasn't captain, it was going to be Roche because he was there from the start. And he played, I want to say, probably the most games out of all my players other than Castel. I don't think it really counts. Keeping your goalkeeper in the team, because whenever I did rotate, I'd still put Castel in there. But Roche was unbelievable. And then Montenegro, arguably the best player in the squad because he was the fastest to get to 90. I think he just beat Castel to it, if I remember correctly. Montenegro's stats are ridiculous as well. 94 pace, 92 shooting, 81 passing, 96 dribbling, and then 41 defence, 59 physical. Obviously not great. But the pace with the shooting, with the dribbling, and remember, again, it's just a base card. It's his base stats. In Ultimate Team, when you get informs, they just boost stats willy-nilly. They just do it. They don't care. Montenegro would have one of the best informs, for sure, because his passing and his dribbling especially would just change that card completely. Unbelievable. And then last but not least, we have Neto. Now, being Ronaldo's regen, when he first joined, he was a little bit shorter. He was left-footed. We, of course, used the cheat engine to turn him into Ronaldo Jr. And we made him 6'2". We made him a 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. We changed him to right-footed. We even gave him Ronaldo's physique, the same body. And he just was incredible. Absolutely unbelievable. And his stats were 95 pace, 89 shooting, 78 passing, 89 dribbling, 35 defence, and 73 physical. So quite good. Not quite as good as Ronaldo's actual card. I think he's a bit quicker. But Ronaldo, of course, one of the best players in the last 10 years, is going to have an incredible card over Neto because Neto is still 18 years old. 18! And he's 89 rated. I mean, we're talking Mbappe levels. Just a bit higher than Mbappe is at his age. It's pretty incredible how good Neto actually is in this game. So those are the Ultimate Team cards. Not too shabby. We had some incredible players and they were all so much fun to use. So now we're going to take a look at the other leagues and things like that. So let's start off with just the Spanish competitions and the Europa League, for example. So in the league, of course, we did win quite comfortably in the end. Atletico Madrid in second, Valencia in third, Real Madrid in fourth. Barcelona missing out by quite a lot there in the top four. Going down is Deportivo, Valladolid and Eibar. Interesting. In the Supercopa, of course, we beat Barcelona. That was at the start of the season. In the Spanish Cup, Atletico Madrid did manage to win. I think we got to the semis. Yes, that's the wrong button. We want to go to the semi-finals. Where did we get to? It was the quarterfinals, and we lost 2-0. Yeah, I remember that on aggregate. Now, the UEFA Super Cup was Manchester United against Barcelona, and Man United won that. We, of course, won the Champions League. I don't need to remind you of that. The Europa League, however, was won by Fiorentina. Oh, I remember seeing that now. Fair enough. Let's take a look at some of the other leagues around world football. So we've got Salzburg winning the Bundesliga there. Not the actual Bundesliga, of course. We've got in the Belgian League, Club Brugge winning that quite comfortably. Let's go through these now. So Copenhagen won their league. Chelsea won the Premier League. Interesting. Arsenal down in 7th place. And who came last and would have got relegated? Blackburn, Fulham and Swansea. Championship, we have Burnley and West Brom going straight back up. I wonder who will win the playoffs there. Hull City won League 1. Then you've got Fleetwood winning League 2. PSG, wow, they didn't lose a single game in the French League. Monaco coming in 2nd place. They're really struggling in real life. Let's get through some of the other ones here. Bayern, they've won it by 2 points. Dortmund very, very close there behind them. And let's keep going here. There's a few leagues that obviously not many people are going to be too bothered about. We've got Juventus winning the Serie A above Milan, Roma and Fiorentina there. 95 points from 38 games. Not too bad. They would have had to do it without Ronaldo, of course, because he would have retired. We got his regen. Ajax won the Eredivisie. PSV right behind them. And we won't have too many else to look at. So let's just go through Portugal here. So we've got Braga winning the league there. Benfica in second, joint with Sporting. Porto down in fifth. Interesting. Celtic have won the Scottish Championship, or Scottish Premiership, I should say. Rangers in second. And then we've got the second tier in Spain. Sporting have won that. So they'll be coming straight back up. We've then got Sweden. And then we've got Switzerland. We've got Turkey. Besiktas winning there. I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? The MLS is still ongoing. And then I think we're pretty much back to the start. So nothing too exciting there. I think we'll give that a skip, the rest of that. So also, I wanted to take a look at who was top scorer in the league. Oh, yeah, we did, didn't we? It was Griezmann. So, yeah, let's go into my objectives and see what they actually thought here. So we, of course, won the league title, which is something we had to do. And we were told to reach the final of the Champions League. We easily achieved that because, well, we won it. So very, very good. Now, the question is how would the board react at the end of this season? So we are going to go into the next season to see what kind of budget we would have and also how high rated our players are. Apparently, we're not on track. Okay then. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So let's end the season and see what they have to say. Now that the season has come to an end, Girona board has met to review our performance as a club. While we didn't achieve all our objectives, we believe that overall it was a satisfactory performance. Is it just me, or am I feeling a little bit patronised there? You know, we only won the league and the Champions League, but overall it was just satisfactory. You know, nothing too special there. I feel like that's another big problem with career mode. It's just the same. You get the same results. You know, I've won countless things with Arsenal and had the exact same email. How hard can it be for a developer to just craft a few different emails that you get at the end of the season to give you something else, you know, where maybe we could have been rewarded a little bit more, seeing as, you know, we pretty much did everything, you know. I know we didn't win the Spanish Cup, which was a little bit of a shame, but, you know, you can't win everything all the time. It would have been nice to get the treble, and I guess the board would have been a little bit more satisfied with me. But just in general, the tone of that email, it's kind of like, yeah, you did okay. We might as well let you stay. So starting off next season, I don't think we got any more growth there. But that is it, guys. That is the end of the career mode, really. I don't know what else to say. We can have a look at the highest growing player. Oh, no, of course we can't, because we've just moved into the next season. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'm a little bit gutted that I didn't make the Ultimate Team cards right at the end of the season, because they would have been a level higher. But I think you guys get the gist of their stats. They're pretty incredible. For me, go check my favourite player of the career mode and also my favourite card. The Ultimate Team card, it's just disgusting. Really, really good. Would really love to have that guy in my Ultimate Team. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching the Girona career mode. It's been really good fun. One of the best career modes I've done in a long time. In terms of my enjoyment actually playing, it was really nice having imaginary player. Well, not imaginary, but fictional players, you know, that we've built ourselves, that we found ourselves. It was completely different to anything I've done before. So we'll definitely do it again. We'll do one in a different league at some point. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next, but I want to include some sort of, I don't want to say a challenge, but with the next career mode, I want there to be an external factor that decides what I do in certain ways. Maybe the signings that I can take. Maybe I have to open a pack and I can only sign players from that pack. I want to do something like that. So if you've got any suggestions, please do leave them down below. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this series, please do leave a like rating. If you're watching this video right now, maybe you're one of those guys that doesn't typically leave a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. I put a lot of time and work into the series, completely free for you guys to watch. And all I ask is that you hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well. So I will see you in the next series very soon.